Hi, Flosstube. It's Kara, the Granite State Stitcher, both here on Flosstube and on Instagram. Welcome back. It's been a couple weeks. If you're new and you just happen to find me, welcome. Hope you like what you see and stick around. And if you are returning, thank you for coming back to another Flosstube. I appreciate that. So, the last we spoke, I told you I was going to be heading to Oklahoma that week because my daughter was graduating from the Flight Academy. For those of you who may be new and don't know, my daughter's in the Air Force and she graduated from Officer Training School last August, and she was assigned her training base, her first training base. And she finished her year of flight training, graduated August 4th. So I was back out in Oklahoma for that. And now she's just waiting to find out where her next assignment is going to be, what type of aircraft she's going to be assigned to fly and train on next. This past year, she's been training on the propeller planes. So now she will be training on jets and the cargo, the larger planes. And she finds that out. And so they'll be moving again 3 times in 2 years. So, but it was a wonderful, wonderful trip to Oklahoma. So busy. I was only there for 4 days. So we had to pack a lot of stuff in with the graduation. And then he had base activities, that we went to the base on Thursday. Graduation was Friday. They had their ball Friday night. If I can figure out how to insert pictures, I will, but I haven't become that computer savvy yet. So, and it was great seeing Allie. We were planning on doing a video, and we were going to do that Sunday morning, and then I got notification on my phone that my flight had been changed. It had actually been moved up, which never happens. So we were scrambling to get me to Oklahoma City. I got to the airport right as they were starting to board the plane. So we did not get a video in. On Saturday, though, we did work on Allie's sewing project. She had shown that in our first Flosstube, and we got the top done. She was stitching, she was going to sew a top and short set, and we got the top done, and it came out so cute. And I forgot to take a picture of it, but I will, and I'll show that to you guys at some point. But she does say hello, and we're sorry that she can't be here in this video with you today, but the next time. So that's it for life updates. I came back, then it was my son's birthday. He's still working, they're working on wedding plans. They're getting, he and my future daughter-in-law are getting married in October. So they're busy, and then just work. I have the September 15th tax deadline coming up for businesses that are on extension. So I'm going crazy working on that. So, but I have managed to squeeze in some stitching. So let's go on to whips. So I did take 3 projects with me to Oklahoma. So the first one is Hello Pumpkin. This is my August boot camp. Sherry, Colorado cross stitcher puts on a summer boot camp. So this was the August start. The theme for August was to try something new, whether it was a new designer, a new piece of fabric, new floss, just something new to you. So I chose a new designer. This is Caterpillar cross stitch. She's located in the UK, and I had seen this on Erin, the Two Martini Stitcher. She had stitched this, and it's a seasonal. See, this is what the pattern looks like. This is autumn, and it's seasonal. She did a winter kit too. That's called Hello Dear, and Erin stitched both of these patterns. And I haven't seen the spring and the summer. I know that they are part of the group, but I haven't gone online to her website to see what those are. So I did start this. It's on 16 count white Aida, and she provides all the flosses for it. They come like this. So, and I love the color. I love the colors on this. It's just something that's different. You think of fall as being, or autumn as being, the oranges and the browns and maybe the deep reds, which are in this pattern, but she also included teals and golds, and I just love the colors. I love how they're coming out. So here's my start. I didn't get very far. Now with this pattern, sorry, I did bring my project board up too to do this. Okay, so with this pattern, I like to start at the top left, but obviously it's round. So I had to start in the middle. So, and I don't know if my brain just wasn't functioning that day. I had to pull this out 4 times or 3 times. The 4th time I got it right. I just couldn't count. I could not count that day. And every time I did it, I was off a stitch. I wasn't going over far enough on one of these little leaf patterns, but I finally got it figured out. Again, my brain must have been jet lagged. So that is caterpillar cross stitch. Cute little pattern and such an easy stitch. So hopefully I will have this done for fall. That would be nice. Okay, the next one I worked on was, whoops, hold please, they all just fell on the floor. I knew that was going to happen. Watch out, Foxy. Sorry about that. I don't know how to edit, so it's real life here. Okay, so the next one I took with me was the United in Love pattern. And the one that I'm stitching for my son's wedding right there. And I was able to stitch this on the plain. This is 18 count Aida, called for colors. This is my oldest whip from 1992. You can check out one of my other previous videos to get the history on this. So let me say, this Aida, and I noticed this when I was stitching on it, is so soft. It's not your stiff Aida like you normally get. This is really soft Aida, so it's really easy to hold in hand and to roll, and I just really enjoy stitching on it. So I got this far. Almost, just need to finish this row, and then the hearts are finished on this row. So I did stitch this on the plain, and as I was looking at this, I've decided I'm going to change it up a little bit, because if I talked about this on the last video. Sorry, my nose is itchy today. How all these hearts are filled, they're solid, and I've decided I'm not going to do that, because if you notice, they're like well, you can't really see it, but they're outlined in the deeper red, the burgundy, and then they're filled in with more like a pink color. And I really just don't like the look of that. Their colors for their wedding are a burgundy, or like a magenta, a deep red, and black. The guys are all wearing black tuxes. So very formal. It's an evening wedding. So I think I'm just going to leave these circles open. This heart right here is supposed to be the same thing, outlined in the deep red and then the pink in the middle. I think I'm just going to make that all the deep red color, the burgundy color. And then I'm going to change up the lettering. I don't think I want to do the lettering in that teal green. I'm going to switch over and try black to make it look more formal. If it's too dark, I'll go to a dark gray or smoky gray type color, but we'll see how that works. I just want to make it look more formal and less 1980s. So we'll see. We'll see how that works out. So that's United in Love. And then the last one I took with me to work on was Letters from Nora. Oh, sorry about the glare. The letter A. Nora Corbett. You've seen this one. And I'm doing this for Allie. And this one's really fun. This is being stitched on 32 count water lily. And I just love this. I love this fabric, and I just love the whole color palette. So I was able to start the fairy. So I got her hair and her face, neck, the top of her shoulders, and get that a little bit closer. And now comes the fun part, getting out the cry neck, stitching the wings and the beads, and I'll probably wait till the end to put the beads on, but I've never stitched in cry neck before, so that'll be interesting. So yeah, letters from Nora. Okay, so that's it for whips. Those are the only 3 that I worked on. I did have a new start. I decided to do a birthday start this year. My birthday was on the 4th, which is the day that Caitlin graduated from the Flight Academy, got her wings. So that was my birthday. That was such a great birthday present to be there and witness that. I'm so proud of her. So, but my birthday start, I decided to start, and I'd been dying to do this. And a forest grew. I just love this so much. I first saw this on somebody's Flosstube channel a couple years ago, and I just knew, I'm like, I have to stitch that. I have to stitch that. So the called for, I think, is a cream, and I did order the cream. It's 32 count cream, and I decided to go with white. I liked how the colors look better on the white. It's not white, it's antique white, but I just liked how the colors look. 103 colors. I have depleted my DMC stash. You can see them. They're all in this project bag. So I've ordered a couple new kits, new patterns, and I've had to order the floss to go with them because they're all in this bag. The dogs see something outside. I have 5 of them today. I have 4 of my own, and my son's dog is here visiting for the week so that she can go to doggy daycare and run off some energy. And hopefully they won't get out of hand. So this is the start I got on And a Forest Grew. It's just the leaf pattern on the first tree up in the corner. So, but that's fine. This is going to be a long-term project, but I already love it. I love the fabric that it's on. So this I'm going to, since it was a birthday start, I'm going to plan to stitch on this on the 4th of each month. So that way, at least it's getting some attention. Because I'm certainly not going to put it away and then bring it out every year just on my birthday. So I'm gonna stitch on this on the 4th of each month. And Lauren, the New Hampshire stitcher, has a sale going for September 1st. She put the challenge out there for anyone to get out their largest project, whether it's just kitted and you want to start it, or it's a whip and you want to work on it. So I will get this out again for September 1st and just stitch on it for as long as I can on that day. So it will be getting love 2 days in September, the 1st and the 4th. So, and we'll just plug away at it, right? That's all we can do. Okay, so then, because I didn't have enough going on, right? I decided to participate in Arbitrary August this year. And what that is you just choose kitted up patterns or patterns that you want to work on, that you want to start, just arbitrarily. So I put all my kitted up projects on a spin wheel. I did not include anything that was holiday themed because I figured, well, I'm going to be stitching on those during that particular holiday anyway, hopefully. And I did not include samplers because I want to participate in Sampler September. And I have some of those kits set aside for that month. So I did spin the wheel. And I'm sorry, I should have this open because we're going to spin the wheel again today. So I decided to start eight new projects. And I chose 2 for each week. So the 2 that came up on the wheel for last week were Patriotic Mantle and Baby Garden. So Patriotic Mantle, and it's funny because I've had problems with both of these. Okay, so this was a kit. Oops. Needle minder's sticking to my scissors here. This was a kit that I had gotten down at the Silver Needle in Tulsa, and it came all kitted up. It was when it first came out, this is from Bent Creek, and when it first came out, it was a mystery stitch. So it came in 3 sections. So they had this all kitted up, the first section, and then the next 2 sections. I'll get this way. And they come complete with, the floss. Everything's included. And it's being stitched on, let me look at my notes here, 18 count raw linen. So I have one of these books. I saw this on, Terry uses this on Cornhusker State Stitchers. I just like it because I can put all my project information right there, floss. But with that being said, I also use the Book of Days, but I don't deck it all out with the stickers and everything. But this is how I keep track of my hours. So like I'll write like which project I stitched on and how many hours, because there really isn't room for all that. Well, there is, but if it's long term, you're going to use up the little block, which is right here. You're going to use that up in no time. So I use both books. I know people like one or the other, or they create their own. Whatever works for you, right? So I got this out, and this came with the thick DMC cottons. Is that what they're called? Which I've never stitched with before. So I started this and hated it. So I pulled all that out, got out the regular DMC, same colors, stitched with the regular DMC. Didn't like that. Pulled that out, went back to the thicker cottons, and now it's growing on me. But it took a few tries. So if you notice, well, maybe you can't. When they cut this across the top very uneven. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, like I'm not going to have enough room. So I actually, where's my board? Oh, here it is. I actually started this and then went down the side because I wanted to make sure I was going to have enough fabric going all the way down, which I do. But that's how come it looks kind of strange, just like going down the side of the pattern. But so I'm liking this now. I didn't like it to begin with, but it's okay. I'm getting used to it. And then the next one I spun for Arbitrary August was Baby Garden. And I'm actually glad to be starting this because I'll have it all stitched up, because I'm hoping that, you know, once my son, Nick and Sarah, are married and they're settled, that they'll start having kids. And I'm hoping that my daughter will have more kids. It's like I want to be a grandmother multiple times over. So I'll have this all stitched up and just have to put the name and the date and the weight and whatever other vitals are in there, right? So this did not get a very big start. It's funny because I've heard other people on their Flosstube channels how they talk about things that they're working on and how they may hate the fabric. So it causes them not to want to stitch on it, and then they change it out. That happened with this one. It's never happened to me before, but I started stitching on this and I hate the fabric. It says that it's 28 count. What is it? Raw cashel. I'm not sure this is 28 count. I had to go to a smaller needle, and I don't know. I should measure this. I should get a ruler out and measure this. But anyway, I have a really tiny, tiny start on this right here. It's going to be a bug when I get the back stitching in there. It has antennas and it has little legs. But again, I ran out of floss. I put in a floss order with 1, 2, 3 stitch. So that should be coming this week. But that's as far as I could go because all the other floss, my floss is all in other kitted projects. And I really need to keep a spreadsheet and mark which project, which number floss is in what, because I don't do that. And then I don't have it. So, and I have to go searching. But anyway, that's the little piddly start I got on this. I don't know if I will continue on this linen. I figured that I'll give it a fair shot when my other floss comes in. I will, continue working on it, put a couple, motifs or whatever in there, and then make the decision. But initial reaction is I'm not really liking it. Okay, so with that being said, let's spin the wheel for today. Get my paper out so I can write down what comes up. So let's see, spin. Oh, can you even see that? Yeah. What does it say? Patriotic quilt. Ooh, that's going to be a big one. That's going to be a long one. Okay. But it's gorgeous. All right. That's wheel spin number 1. Wheel spin number 2. Winter Haven. Oh, that's another Just Nan. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't even say that, did I? That pattern on Baby Garden, that's from Just Nan. And I'm stitching that on that 28 count casual linen and with the called for DMCs. Sorry about that. All right. I'm going to put you on pause while I go grab those patterns. Okay, back. So this patriotic quilt, this is from Rosewood Manor. Who doesn't love a good Rosewood Manor pattern? Look at this. Has all the states stitched in. The New England states, which were the first to join the Union, the first colonies, are stitched in a different color than the rest of them. This is going to be gorgeous. So I got this. This was all kitted up at the Silver Needle. And this is being what came with the kit is 38 count Weeks Dye Works parchment, which I think will be perfect for this. And then they include, oh, even these have Rosewood Manor on them. I wonder if these were specially dyed flosses just for this particular pattern. But see, they have the Rosewood Manor logo on them. Interesting. Well, that one will be fun. Get started. And then the next one is Winter Haven. This one also came from the Silver Needle. I did a lot of shopping when I was down there, obviously. And this I will have to pull the flosses for. This is Just Nan. And that's going to be a pretty pattern to stitch. Through centuries of stitch and, sorry, I gotta put my glasses on, I'm blind. Through centuries of stitch and rhyme, hands warmed by winter fires have recorded quiet moments in time. Oh, isn't that nice? Has little sheep, little bunnies. Love the house. Love the fence around it. Wow, this is very pretty. Very pretty. So this came with the pattern, and they have the material, the fabric included with this one too, and beads. Oh, this one has beads. This is 28 count flax, Winter Haven. All right. I'll have to get floss for this one. Let's see, what's it call for? Oh, let's see. Oh, it calls for a Veriswa. So you can do this in silks, DMC, or anchor. Maybe I should do this in silks. It's so pretty. I have to think about that since I have to order floss anyway. I do have some of Veriswa. I'll just see what I have. Maybe I already have some of these colors. Okay, so those are the two spins for this week. Oops, sorry, Maddie. Okay, haul. I got some goodies in. Waiting for a few more. Like I need any more, right? You guys saw my kit parade. Okay, so we got our Color in Cotton Thread of the Month Club. And this one, nice fall colors. They're gorgeous. Aren't those gorgeous? Let's see what they're called. We have cilantro, that's the green. Yep. Cayenne. Oh yeah. Pumpkin spice, of course. I love everything pumpkin spice. Curry. And shortbread. Nice colors. Nice colors. Put that over there. Sorry, my phone's buzzing. And then Snow Much Fun. Snow Much Fun. These colors are Bronze, Bombay, Old Brick. Ooh, I like that. Avocado, Hunter, Poseidon, Locomotive, and Silver Lining. Oh, those are pretty too. Those are all pretty too. Let's see if I can hold those up. I love that. That's Locomotive right there. Poseidon. Nice. Really, you know what? One of these days, I need to start pulling from Stash for floss instead of ordering. Okay, and then I fell in love with this pattern. Terry from Cornhusker State Stitchers was showing this because she's stitching it. This is Erica Michaels Quilting ABCs, and it's a series in 5 parts. So parts 1, I think part 3 just came out, but here's 1 and 2. I mean, seriously, how can you not like all these little quilt squares to stitch, right? And I got all the flosses that go with it. So I just need to pick out fabric for that. Don't know when I'll start on that. Maybe I'll just start on it. It's another whip, right? And then I started my subscription to Punch Needle and Primitive, so my first edition came out. This is fabulous. If you don't subscribe to this magazine, I highly recommend it. There are so many cute little patterns in here that I'm definitely going to stitch. I mean, you have Teresa Koger, you have Nunda Kambar, who does Twin Peak Primitive. I mean, look at that. I'm definitely doing that. Definitely doing this one, the Beehive. And I've never really done punch needle, but I would like to learn. After looking at some of the patterns in here, I really would like to learn. So nice, just nice. A lot of good patterns, a lot of good ideas. And then I saw this online. Somebody had ordered it, and they were showing it on their Flosstube, so I definitely had to have it. A sunset kit. Love the old sunset kits, but look at this. It's a sewing room. Cozy sewing room. That's what I'm hoping mine will look like when I get done with all this remodeling. Get out of my kitchen. And I apologize if the lighting, I try to film during the day when I have the natural lighting coming in from the slider, but I do have the overhead light on because it looked like it was a little dark today. Another rainy, gloomy day in New Hampshire. Just the way the summer has been. So, and then I saw this pattern and I had to have this one, dimensions. Isn't that beautiful? I saw Amy Loves Toads. She was stitching this, but I think she only did the first 5. Is that 5? She didn't do the whole row. She only did 5 of them, but I think I'll do the whole thing. Mason jar lineup. How can you not like that? That's so pretty. And then we got, oh, okay. This is my Fat Quarter Shop holiday series. Now, I think it's so funny because it's August. They say it's the August 2023, but it's called The Magic of Christmas. Look at all that Christmas fabric. Isn't that gorgeous? That's going to be so fun to pull patterns for that. And then, last but not least, I also joined a designer mystery series this year. So this is my latest box. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. I mean, and these boxes are so nice. You can use these boxes for something else afterwards. So this is block 3. This is what the pattern is. And those are the fabrics. Sorry for the glare. Aren't those gorgeous? And there's going to be 12 blocks in this. And this box had, oh, I didn't take them out, but it looks like must be binding, maybe backing. Now you can see that green and then a dark blue. So pretty. So pretty. Whoops. Okay, and again, can't wait to get my sewing room finished. So that's it. Okay, so I have some exciting news. I signed up for my first retreat. So excited. It's going to be next April up in Augusta, Maine. And this was advertised on Two Needles Pulling Thread, their Flosstube channel. And the name of the retreat is called the Library Stitches Retreat. And if you go to librarystitches.com, the retreat is full, but they do recommend putting your name on a waiting list if you would like to attend. It's just a 2-day, Friday and Saturday, and plans change, things come up, people can't attend, so they definitely recommend, if you're interested, to put your name down on the wait list. Now, with that being said, I saw everybody talking about Stitch North, the retreat for 2024, because everybody had such a wonderful time in 2023. That retreat is full, so I am going to get my name on a wait list probably for the second weekend of Stitch North, because the first weekend is the same weekend as this retreat. And I'm also thinking of going to, there's a retreat down in Sturbridge, Mass at the end of the month. I was looking at that, but I think that's the same weekend that my son graduates from the police academy. So I probably won't be able to go to that, but they did have openings. And I think that Hobby House has openings for their first weekend in October retreat. Let's see, Nick's getting married on the 16th, so I think it's the 9th. I was thinking about maybe seeing if I could squeeze that in, but that's the weekend before the wedding, so I don't know. I'm just anxious to start attending retreats because I see everybody else attending them and having so much fun. So I can't wait to go to my first one. So plans. I guess I'm just going to continue with what I started for whips for August, those 3 pieces, just because one of them's boot camp, one is the wedding present, and the other one is for Allie. And still work on my arbitrary August pieces that have been chosen. I guess get my sampler September kits. Just double check those, make sure I have the fabric and the floss for those, so I'll be ready to start for September. I mean, can you believe it's already this? Today is August 17th. August 17th. The the months and the years just start flying by, don't they? So it seems. And other than that, like I said, I'm right up against the September 15th tax deadline, so there'll be a lot of late nights, um, a lot of work getting done leading up to that. So that's about it. Thank you for sticking around, and we'll see you next time. Thanks. Bye.